Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, chance for a shot! He's scored! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rafinha, looking to play him in. Now it's Yamal. And here's Zanetti, shapes to shoot! That carried quite a threat. And the pass is intercepted. Serginho. And it's Zanetti. Lovely pass, but can he get that? And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Cross flung in towards the middle. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a little off target. Rafinha. Alexander-Arnold.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Wits. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Oh, that's fabulous. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
Oh, you make it sound so simple. Caught offside that time. And it's Frimpong. João Neves. Serginho. Now, can they get him away? Rafinha gets into a good position. Memphis chance, surely! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Szoboszlai wins the duel this time. This looks... Szoboszlai! He scores! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Gravenberch. Zanetti powering forward here. That's really well manoeuvred. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Memphis Depay. Now it's Yamal. Chance to deliver. And it's Zanetti. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal. Great defending, strong and determined.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. The referee's come over, it's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Great ball, and he's in here. And it's Serginho. Jones. Upamecano kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he get it through? And here's Depay. And it's been played through. He is through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Alexander-Arnold played back into the centre. Zanetti. Yamal receives it in a good position here. Nice interception, well timed. Can he get on the end of this? And he shoots! And that was very necessary. And there is the half-time whistle. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Dispone de un circuito cerrado de televisión para garantizar su seguridad. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Rafinha was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he welcomes it, and the shot! No mistake! The second half sparked straight into life. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. McAllister looking for options for movement. Frimpong. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Memphis Depay. Van Dijk. That pass has been well intercepted. He's in plenty of space here. And he's in on goal.
Barcelona are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Calafiori. Now, what about a counter-attack? Calafiori just loves to go forward whenever he can.
Asciende a 98.004 espectadores.
He's picked his way through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well read, nice interception. Played out wide. Plays a sharp little ball here. Played in. He rises! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Nuno Mendes. That pass isn't the best. Zanetti is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
João Neves cuts out the pass. McAllister, lovely pass, but can he get there? Nuno Mendes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's cut it out. Serginho. Played out towards the right wing. And Alexander-Arnold. And here's Yamal. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Messi. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Corner number 2 then.
El dorsal 11. El dorsal 2. Cambio de jugadores.
Alexander-Arnold plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And no, that was never going to make it.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And here's Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. Played back in. Another pass, just kick. Shot a goal! And that could come back to haunt them.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Corner number 3 coming up. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And it's Messi. That's a good ball out wide. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Zanetti. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Aims beyond the defence. He's had a shot! He has done it! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
minutos de descuento.
Pass somewhat off target. And he's straight offside. Serginho. Sports official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Out to the left it goes. Ekitike, and he's managed to get free. That is a brilliant interception. And that is that. Barcelona were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simple. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new... Whistle's gone, that's a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Bale. Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did with it.
Tries a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Lamine Yamal just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Zanetti. He's on it, can he get away? And they're back on the ball again. Mbappe! It's a really well-measured ball. He's in a great position here. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. João Neves did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. So what can they make of this? That's a throw. No goals as yet. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Now then, the ball's come loose. Serginho. Now, can they get him away? Serginho receives it in a wide position.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Haaland! They've scored! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Can he get on the end of this? That's the throw. And it's White. White takes control of it and he's on the move. Serginho.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely weighted ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Donadoni gets into a good position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mbappe, he's great chance! And he's quick to get it clear again. He won't be happy with that one. Looking for the run. Bale.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. Joelinton unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Zanetti. No, that's been intercepted. Looking for options for movement. And this is Bale. Good ball, good take. Can he get it through? Oh, that's a key interception. Tries to pass it through. Oh, super fine.
That was lovely, that.
And he's managed to get free.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, what has happened here? Nuno Mendes. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we're underway again.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
He's going for goal! Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's hoisted clear. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Now it's Rafinha. Mbappe! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Haaland. Serginho. Bale. And the shot! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting better and better. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Shifted into the flank. That pass just didn't quite work. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he plays one through. Could be danger here. Decent chance! They've scored! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Roberto Carlos. And that's definitely not his best. Aims beyond the defence. He's being urged to shoot, takes a shot! Upamecano gets rid without sophistication.
Barcelona may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
El dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 17, el dorsal 8, Messi, el dorsal 23.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Zanetti. Oh, no joy this time. That's going to go a long way. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. There's the shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Haaland was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And it's Zanetti. He's a sharp little ball here. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Rijkaard has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. So a Barcelona free kick.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Messi! That was travelling. Not the most accurate pass. That looks a decent ball. And the finish! Really well taken goal. Barcelona are back in business. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This has become one superb game of football.
Barcelona really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, well measured.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Haaland, looking to play him in. No, it's come to nothing. Upamecano. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a cute ball. Great ball if he can get there. Well, they've got it again. Great vision. Threads one in. Oh, perfectly measured that. Great defending, strong and determined. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw and a highly unpredictable